I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yay! What up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all, man? Welcome to the program. We back. A little tight in here. Studio, going through some renovations. Hey, good to see y'all, man. Welcome back to the program. We're back, man. On for short hiatus. We're back with the program, Lamont King. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. We're now live again. Good to see you. Hey, man. Hey, you gave you another one. Gave you another Wednesday, man. Oh, where do I start? Well, first of all, housekeeping. This is what it is. Something like a podcast. First timers, if you just tuned into the show for the first time, this is what it is. Trending topics, celebrity guests, hilarious commentary, and interesting people. Monday through Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Big ups to everybody watching right now on the West Coast and worldwide. Yeah, man. This is what we do here. We broadcasting live from the newly remodeled in a real way, not metaphorical. In the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Send them an email. They still whizzing out product like it's going out of style, and it ain't. They got this vast assortment and selection, deliciousness. Check them out. Also, we are fully Black owned and operated. We are an upstart platform situation funded 100% by viewers like you. We appreciate your support at any given time. Doesn't even have to be doing the show. $ Lamont King 06 is where you can do that. Or you can become a patron on our Patreon. Patreon.com / Mr. Lamont King. So there's that. Turn all notifications. Stop what you're doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, I need you to put the thumbs up on the video that's currently being played. Turn on the notifications if they are not. And then share the video if you haven't. That's it. That's pretty much it. Those are your instructions. Go forth and be great, man, as you were. Good to see y'all, man. Shout out to our executive producer down the hall in Studio G, Mr. Clarkson, and our New York Bureau Chief, awaiting breaking news, Mr. John Watson. Good to see y'all. First time. Oh, we got some new donors and some platinum sponsorship. J Elite, one time for J Elite. Always supporting the show. Appreciate you. So there's that. Peanut Gallery, what up? What's the good word? We here, man. January, the caption could be incorrect. I updated at the last possible second. So it should say January the 13th. But hey, it could be January 12th indefinitely. for as far as I'm concerned. So I wasn't here yesterday, and many of you know it was my celebrating the anniversary of my birth yesterday. It was my birthday, and man, where do I begin? Was kind of annoyed, kind of nervous, for many reasons. But quarantine birthdays, I've seen other people go through them. Quarantine milestone birthday is another thing that I've seen people go through, and I was like, I wasn't sure how I was going to deal with it or handle it, even if I was even going to be fazed by it. So I decided to, as I do many times during my birthday, either I'm doing something, either I'm in service to helping somebody, or doing something like getting my kitchen remodeled, which actually happened. So I felt like doing it, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And then I received possibly one of the best birthday surprises I could probably get or have gotten so far in all of the years, probably total, by the lovely lady in my life. She sent a really, really amazing video tribute that I was not ready for, with people well wishing, and those drive-by birthdays and all that. Like, it was that on video, but it was a big deal. So salute her on that. Mind y'all business, she in here. But yeah, thank you to that, and everybody who sent birthday shouts out, and I posted a couple things online that got some attention. I normally don't get that much off of my birthday visuals, but I guess everybody's in the house and on the phone. So got a lot of feedback, which was funny. All fun and games, man. You gotta enjoy it while you got it, because it could have gone the other way, but you're here today. So there's that. Did I see 5150? No, what happened on 5150? Jay Lee. We've had Zoe on here. No, Zoe's not been on this show. He was supposed to be, but it didn't happen. Corey Holcomb and Zoe 5150 podcast. Tell me what happened. Matter of fact, don't tell me. So y'all know the rules. New situation here. It's a fully legitimate talk show. There's nothing else on right now from this hour that's anything like this show or as interesting. So here's the number: 765 Let's Go 1. 765 Let's Go 1. There's some breaking news we're going to get to. And if you so 5150, is it on now? I don't understand. What happened? Something happened? I see more than one people mentioning. Brandon B. Bates Sr. If I become platinum supporter, can I speak unfiltered? You absolutely can. You can speak unfiltered now. You just can't disrespect nobody on here. We don't do that. Friend, family, newcomer, veteran, you can, all of that. You just ain't going just behind no keyboard, just, talking reckless. You can speak. There's a difference between unfiltered and talking reckless. So there's that. So yeah, you don't even have to be no platinum donor to speak unfiltered. You just ain't gonna be talking slick to people on here that you don't know. That's what we ain't doing. So there's that. So don't trip. I appreciate you being here. Welcome in, welcome back. You got choices, ladies and gentlemen. You can be watching anything you want to be watching, but you're here, so I appreciate it. Put it on your TV too. Starting from now on, if you can. I did this the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact. Watch the show on TV. It's a whole different phenomenon. I saw some things that I have to. What's this right here? I saw some things that I gotta change. And am I supposed to open this live on air? Who it's from? Who they said it was from? Was the people in uniform when they came to the door? Did you wipe it down? Hey man, all this stuff going on, you don't know what's happening with packages and deliveries. Let's see. All right. They be tripping around here. Anyway. Something else? Oh, okay. Thank you. We just got live mail. Mail time? Remember that on Party Interruption? I used to get a kick out of that. Let me wipe this down. Came from LAX. What the hell? Don't trust. Let's see. Hey, there's other stuff to be doing, but we're gonna do this because this just happened. Yeah, we're talking about impeachment. We're gonna talk about that. We also so back to the video. So the video, I teared up. Yeah, there was a couple points where I cried. I full, you know, it was a lot of people that I hadn't heard from and seen in a while. It was one of them tribute videos, but it was dope. I mean, it was put together very well. A couple times, people, you know, she got some surprise people on there. That's, hey, Lamont, happy birthday, man! It's, you know, da. And one of them, I'll tell you a little funny story. One of the people was I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. So one of the people was Cedric the Entertainer, right? So he's on the video towards the end. And I was like, oh man, he's like, hey man, dog, Lamont, man, you doing your thing, bro. I remember when you was on the radio, blah, blah, blah. And happy birthday, right? And I look at the screen and I'm like, I don't fucking know Cedric the Entertainer. But I thought that was some cool shit. All right. But yeah, it did make me cry, man. All right, what is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Damn, they said it would be here between the 4th and the 6th. It's like unboxing. Post office, man. This shit coming from China. Hey, man, we gotta collectively, y'all. We gotta figure out a way to come up with a product. I was looking, man. I ordered this product from you know, a regular website. What I thought was a domestic company, and I'm sure they do this with every product ever. But American company. And I was like, oh yeah, this will be here in 2 weeks. And it was like expected between the 4th and the 6th of January. But it's coming from China. And I'm like, what product can we as a collective create, right? You just put a logo on and strike a deal with a factory in China. Put all your morals and all that shit aside. So we can make some money out here, man. Because I spent some decent money on this. Only because I couldn't find the color nowhere else. And it's in stores and all that, but why it had to come from China? So for my golfers out there, and we're gonna keep it, we're gonna move on momentarily. What y'all talking about? They didn't ask us to get your birthday wish. Yeah, y'all can call in the numbers right there. All right. Some golf club head covers, because they match the clubs that I got this year. I upgraded my bag, and so I got some club covers with the little see-through joint, which I thought was cool. So you put it on there and little irons. It's for my irons, just to give it a little crisp, clean, new look. So when you watch me, you know, at the range or on the course, you'll be like, oh man, he got some nice clubs. They use, but the club covers is new. So you know what I'm saying? Give you that. Oh wow, see, he really done stepped his game up. The clubs is used, but the head covers is brand new. But yeah, we need to come up with something, man, because just think of all the shit that you buy for Amazon and you get delivered, and it's like the company's website is so American. It's just American. We do this and with this, and we're based in here and there. And then this little product that's just, you know, sewn together by just a basic seamstress or seamster. Is that a word? You know, stitching and a little glue and then a tag, and had to wait 3 weeks for it to come from China. I feel like we can make something. Right? And it's just a brand name. Only because you're familiar with the brand name. And that's what is that? Embossed heat transfer. That's what I feel like. We need to collectively, we need to do that and get something coming in from China. We ain't never got to see the merchandise, and we can just collect. Because I really thought I was buying from the website locally, and I thought this was a thing where, all right, let me get these, and then that joint come from my favorite place, Shenzhen. I say this on Karen Hunter show all the time. Shenzhen, China. That's like the only place where all of this shit be coming from, except COVID that came from Wuhan. But anyway, All right, let's keep it moving. Let's think about that break when your breakout sessions and when you get talk amongst yourselves in the breakout room. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news today. Of course, if you have been under a rock, your president has been impeached for the second time. Congress got together and voted. We're going to get into the numbers. But we'll get into the specific numbers, but just know that the first impeachment, which happened last year around this time, no Republicans voted to impeach the president. This year, 10 crossed the aisle, which is major. But 197, the biggest story to me, 197 Republican congresspersons decided to vote against it. And my question would be, if I could get them on the phone, why? That's, to me, like, that's the first thing that jumped in my head while I'm watching the hearing. Why wouldn't you at this point? And the reporter who was the anchor who was kind of commentating on the live hearings was saying stuff like there was a time when politicians Republicans regardless, no matter what, regardless of what Trump was doing, they would side with him because they were in fear of their political lives, be it from retribution or retaliation or, losing people in their district who sided with him and fear of losing their job. And, is your political career on the line now after last Wednesday, if you side with Trump? How does that work? Why wouldn't you? There's no other, it's not like a bill where there's a whole bunch of stuff shoveled in there that, well, at least I don't know. Maybe it is, if someone more savvy than me can explain that. But if it's just the fact that you believe he should be impeached, like, why wouldn't you? That's what I don't understand. 765, let's go one. I'd love to hear your opinion on why you think 197 Republicans voted to not impeach President Trump. Now we're all, waiting with bated breath, hoping that Pence will grow a spine and do the right thing and move to get him removed from office, because we know 7 days ain't a lot, but it's a hell of a lot to get with that man still in charge with the missile codes and holding the briefcase and all of that, hiding the money, shredding the documents. That's funny. Mr. Clarkson said, well, at least we know 197 people got a sex tape out there. And they got something. 765, let's go one. All right, let's read through what happened today on the Capitol. In the same place, and watching it was weird. Because the same place, all this decorum and order I'm watching on TV, it don't look the same no more. You ever seen like a house on your block that either, had the fire in it, or you heard that they got broken into and vandalized, and then you see it later after it's back together, and it just don't look the same. It just don't look the same. I'm watching the Senate chambers, and I was like, just a week ago they was in there wilding, taking the shit, running through the hallways, pissing on shit. I don't know, man. Maybe that was the image that they wanted. Soften it up a little bit, because it's like that reverence for me is like, it's tainted. The Capitol building don't look like this Greco-Roman hall of politics and philosophy like it used to. Like, it's one of the places when you talk, when we watch the news and they have somebody talking like live from the Capitol, and they always got an echo behind them like there's in some great hall. Like, I always revered the Capitol, but after seeing the way they went through that joint like a Chuck E. Cheese last weekend, I'm like, man, that place is a dump. All right, let's read what happened today. Let's see. Let's go here. And there's a couple other interesting stories, so stick around. And we're expecting Roland Martin to come up a little bit later to possibly talk about this. And he's doing some type of fashion tips or something too. All right, let's read all what happened to the video. All Adobe. Anybody want to hear about that? Man, what is y'all doing? Everything. What y'all doing? Oh, I done lost my whole All right, we'll put this one up till we get to technicals. All right. My laptop done timed out. I don't know what's going on with that. It's a live show. Get over it. You'll be good. All right, here we go. All right, let's read through the exactuals. 765, let's go one. If you got an opinion on what you think is happening with this impeachment, where's it going to go? What does it lead to? What's the next step? This is NPR. Let's get into it. Ooh, let's cheat. I was going to read it, but let's listen.
Where exactly 1 week ago, members of Congress huddled in lockdown for hours as a mob stormed through the Capitol during a riot that left 5 dead. Today, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to impeach President Donald Trump for his part in inciting the violence.
On this vote, the ayes are 232, the nays are 197. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
Comes the first president to be impeached twice. 10 Republicans joined every Democrat in voting to impeach him.
For hours, lawmakers took turns making the case for their vote. Democrats, starting with Speaker Nancy Pelosi, focused on the events of last week and President Trump's words.
We know that the President of the United States incited this insurrection, this armed rebellion against our common country. He must go. He is a clear and present danger to the nation that we all love.
Now, many Republicans argued impeachment would further divide the country, and they accused Democrats of inciting violence over the last 4 years.
But a divide has started to appear among their once united caucus. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy criticized the president even as he urged his colleagues to vote against impeachment.
That doesn't mean the president is free from fault. The president bears responsibility for Wednesday's attack on Congress by mob rioters. He should have immediately denounced the mob when he saw what was unfolding.
Then Representative Jamie Herrera Butler of Washington is one of the Republicans who voted for impeachment. She pleaded with her colleagues to legislate based on truth rather than fear.
My vote to impeach our sitting president is not a fear-based decision. I am not choosing a side, I'm choosing truth. It's the only way to defeat fear.
And now, more from NPR.
And now, less. Okay.
Live from NPR News, I'm Jack Spear.
No, we good.
In a bipartisan rebuke, the House of Representatives...
Cool. So there's that. All right, let's unpack. 765, let's go one. Let's talk about it. Phone lines are open. Interesting. So you got some people who say, some of the actual Congress persons that voted and their reasons for voting one way or the other. It was based on some Republicans saying we shouldn't impeach because it will further divide the country. Into what? What will it further divide the country into? I mean, there's an obvious riff. And it's they're playing like me watching. This is me watching it. They're playing like it's still a Republican Democrat riff thing, split, division. No, country is divided between people who support and fantasize over Trump and people who don't. That's the division. It's people who are in favor of, are used to, and are in love with racism, white supremacy, white fragility, white insecurity, white terrorism, and people who are not. That's the only real riff from my vantage point. So all of this semantics, all this pomp and circumstance after last Wednesday, you can't Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday be like of January 6th, a day that will live in infamy, reminiscent of Pearl Harbor, right? Pearl Harbor speak. January 6th, a day that will live in infamy. You can't have that. And it's the worst thing that's ever happened to the Capitol. And sedition and insurrection, we haven't had it 180 years. And I can't believe what I saw. And 5 people lost their lives. And then you get in Wednesday and y'all back to the same little wordplay games that y'all do in session that y'all used to do before, where one side talks fresh to the other side. Like Nancy Pelosi, she didn't even sound believable. There wasn't her position, her commentary. It didn't sound genuine. Like, y'all, you're either going to be mad or not. This is either going to be the worst thing that happened to our democracy, and he's either going to be the worst president ever, or it's not. But y'all can't use the same rap and lyrics like this was just a normal day in America. Unless it's to you, it's just a normal day in America. I don't understand how you can fall short of vote no to impeachment, and how you can fall short of not trying to go with the 25th. That's just me. 765, let's go one. Let me know what I'm missing. The digital voices concern me. Kind of creepy. I don't know what that's about. Mr. Clarkson says, welcome to the birth of a third party. You heard it here first. And you know that there's been talk of the third party for a long, long time, but who's in it? Who's in it? And I think the two-party thing is ideal for the way this country was built, because you can have, on some level, at some point, 50-50 of any given side of an argument. I think a third party in the first few years, maybe the first 30 or 40 years, will be ineffective, right? Because they're going to find a way. The two-party system has been up for so long. I feel like the people with a skill set at manipulating will find a way to use that third party to their benefit. You know, you and the third party, you thinking, all right, I'm fed up with them. All right, let's do this, right? So at the end of the day, there's always going to be that third group is going to represent a third. So that means, let's say what the third party is it black? Because if it's black and it's made up of all blacks, or maybe 97, 98%, there's going to be a 1 to 2% who are not going to identify with it because they're happy where they are. 30 million, right? So you got 30 million of voting block. Then what? Can you, in that third party, if that third party was all black, can you mount enough of a mobilization effort to overcome the other two? Or do you need to reach an ally, you know, from this one, from that one? All right, we know you're not black, but we need you as an ally. We're the third party. Your party's not doing anything. You know, you're not living up to how you started. Come with us. That effort, that's a significant effort. Are we ready for that? Think about it like that. All right, if it's not a black party, if it's just a third party, which is like hell of a entendre. Anyway, if it's just a third party, how do you keep it being legitimate? Because if it's just an alternative to the other two, I feel like at any given time, once it's up and running, people can bounce in and out of it. Think about it like that. Is it a meshing of the other two? Is it a standalone? Is it totally different? Does it have some elements of one with a few of the other? Is it the party of the young? Is it like could the squad leave the Democratic Party and start the third party and get the America's youth and the next generation? Because there's obviously a disconnect. Like, how does that work? What does that look like? 765, let's go one. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. But beyond that, what happened today, I think it's more symbolic. Again, like what did that do? And when we see that 197 people were not for it, what does that mean? What does the only president to be, impeach me once, shame on you. Impeach me twice. Well, you can't finish the joke because it ain't never happened before, chap. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bush, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me. You fool me. You can't fool me twice. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me again. So that's, I don't know. That just, that'd be interesting. All right. So let's look at some fallout, if you will. I call it fallout. You might call it sad news. But I kind of hinted at some things last week about what you were going to start seeing. So I'll let you just see it with your own eyes and form your own opinions. I don't shape nobody's opinion here. You're all mature. You're all grown-ups. All right, let's look at this headline. Let's just go with the headlines. I'll let you dwell on this. All right, let's look at this headline. This is from New York Magazine. Never heard of it. Oh, the New Yorker. Okay. January 10th. That was a couple days ago. Capitol Police officer who responded to pro-Trump insurrection dies by suicide. All right. Howard Liebengood. And thoughts and prayers to his friends and family and his coworkers. United States Capitol Police confirmed on Sunday that Howard Liebengood, a U.S. Capitol Police officer who responded to the attempted insurrection by a pro-Trump mob at the Capitol last Wednesday, died by suicide 3 days later. Sidebar. Attempted insurrection. I want to put a push pin in that, put that on the board. I'm going to come back and talk about that wording. All right. He was a 15-year member of the law enforcement agency. He was 51. He was assigned to the Senate Division of the police force. Capitol Police Union said Sunday that he was among the officers who responded to the rioting at the Capitol last week. All right. So a couple of things I'm trying to pick through. He was assigned to the Senate Division. If he was assigned to the Senate Division, was he at the Senate during the Senate hearings? And also it says he was among the officers who responded to the rioting. Did he get there late? We'll continue. In the wake of the chaos, blah, 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 blah. Condolences. On Sunday, the White House lowered the American flag to half-staff. All right, so that's the end of the article. That's all we know now. We don't know anything else. Suicide. Unfortunate. All right, second headline. Let's see if that didn't do anything for you. Let's see if this one moves you in a certain way. And I can't see the peanut gallery right just yet. So I'm gonna get through this story first, and then I'm see what y'all talking about. Feel free, 765. Let's go one. This is a live show. Feel free to call in. All right, second headline. This is from Newsweek. Georgia man. I'll stop at the headline. Georgia man arrested in pro-Trump Capitol riot dies by suicide. No, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one.
Today I got time, cuz.
All right, thoughts and prayers go out to this individual as well. Oh, do they have a video? No, that's not the video I want to watch. Christopher Stanton, Georgia, a man from the state of Georgia. Is that his name? Christopher Stanton, Georgia? Okay. A man from the state of Georgia who was recently arrested for participating in last Wednesday's insurrection at the Capitol died on Saturday by suicide after a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. Can you see me? Okay. I want to make sure you can see me. All right, let's keep reading. He's been charged with entering certain property that is the United States Capitol grounds against the will of the United States Capitol Police past the set Washington, D.C. curfew at 6 p.m. local time. He was arrested with 3 other men in his group. Where are they? He's just one of 70 of the arrestees who have been charged for their role in last Wednesday's riot when supporters of blah, 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 you know the rest. Acting U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin has promised hundreds more arrests are forthcoming. Even though by many accounts, there were about 5,000 people who converged on the Capitol. In this picture alone, 3,700. All right. Again, that's all the details we have. So let's go back to this headline before I come back to you in the peanut gallery. He died on Saturday by a self-inflicted. Okay, who is this? Yeah, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. So there's that. All right, let's go let's go peanut gallery. 765. Let's go one. Call in the show. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. The phone lines are open. Oh, let's see here. Let's go to, I didn't even see, I'm sorry. Mr. Clarkson, down the hall, Studio G. What's good with you?
Go suck the money.
Hey, what's going on, man? Happy Lamont King birthday, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for all of the well wishes, man. I appreciate it. It really felt good yesterday.
No doubt, man. I gotta get by there and give you your birthday gift, man.
Oh, look at that. Oh, and also there were people, let me say this real quick. I was on I put my Cash App on Instagram because I didn't know people just pandered and asked for money on their birthday and get it. I thought that was just for the strippers. But I see that it's a thing. So I put a little spin on it. If you're so inclined to just buy me a drink, because I don't want to be in your pockets. Because somebody texted me, it was like, I'm sending you a drink. I was like, what does that even mean? And they sent like $15. So if you're so inclined to just buy me a shot for my birthday, just send it through Cash App, $ Lamont King 06. And that's that. All right. I thought that was some cool shit. I had never seen that again before. All right, proceed.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good pickup. Solid pickup on that end. So, bro, welcome to the birth of a third party, and they'll be more powerful than the Tea Party, tenfold, because they have their official moment in the sun, which is January 6, 2021. This will be the moment that they'll build off of. This is the momentum that they needed. And the act of the 97 people that decided not to vote to not to vote for his impeachment, right? What they're doing is they're not afraid for their life. They're afraid for their future. It's two different things.
Okay.
They're afraid for their political futures because they want to always be able to say, hey, you know what? I voted against it. So when Mitch McConnell said that the Republican Party needs a clean break from Trump, what he's really saying is that we're getting ready to be divided in two. So considering how districts are shaped, and a lot of these people are realizing that their districts are made up of this third party, which is toothless and ruthless, that they're going to wind up being this third party of people because they now understand how the political system works.
Okay, so that being said, right, I get that in a sense. I get that in a sense. And is it enough of them to make a party?
Absolutely. They've proven it. Remember, if Biden received the highest total amount of votes to be president, then Trump received the second highest amount of votes to be president. Those votes are definitely out there. The way that certain districts are shaped, it can happen.
No, and sure, okay, to that point, yes, because that, in a sense, that's what the Tea Party did inside of the Republican Party. So they actually did it inside, and you saying it could be done again in a splinter, a break off to a third party. But my question is it that many people who, because, the speeches, and I said this last week, the speeches that were given at the reconvene of the electoral certification were a real break between Republicans and Trumpers, right? So with that being said, after that, the ire and the scoff and the look down the nose on many Republicans, inside and outside of Congress, look down on what happened on Wednesday. You're telling me there's enough people who agree with insurrection to start a whole political party? Enough people who agree with it?
Yes, wow. because your moment in the moment in the sun today to say that you did not agree with it was to vote against it. Like, honestly, if we really think about common sense and moral compass.
No, wait a minute. Slow down.
Should have never.
Wait a minute. This is what I'm saying. I follow you. Those congressmen are protecting their interests because they feel like the people in their districts were with the shits. I'm asking you, there's enough people in their districts to lean on them to vote no to impeachment? Their whole district?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. If you're going to show up at the airport and mess over Lady G. If Republican Tom Cole is basically going to say we need to give the new administration needs to stop thinking about settling old scores. You're structuring a language that clearly says to everybody that the insurrection wasn't a big deal. It wasn't that big deal. You worried about the old stuff. Damn, they was just in here a week ago spinning in our chairs and yanking stuff off the wall.
Yeah,
but that's old. That's old shit.
Yeah,
that's old shit. You talk about the past too much, man. We trying to move forward. Really?
Yeah.
But see, that to me lets me know that those representative senators know their base. They know they got to go home and campaign, and they know they can't campaign on the fact that they voted out their man with the toothless and ruthless party. They can't do that because they'll lose those seats. However, if there's somebody right now that's being groomed for the Republicans that voted for impeachment, somebody's already being groomed in that district to run against that person. Off the break.
Yeah.
Off the break.
And what are they running as?
No one made it. They're going to run as a Republican, let's say in these first 2 years.
Okay.
But do know there's going to be a pool of a name change because they're going to slow everything down and realize why was 45 so successful. He was successful because he was able to mobilize a disenfranchised white base, and they're going to take their money and pour it in to a district that already is gerrymandered in a way to satisfy the needs of the constituents. See, racism has become Republicans was diet racism. This new party is like full blown racism. This is a new world, and I think that if anything, Trump has revealed that to everybody.
Now,
the world that black folks have been complaining about forever. Now white folks are like, "Oh, for real, y'all wasn't lying."
Now let me ask a dumb question. The toothless and ruthless crowd, they got enough money to back candidates?
Sure. Absolutely. They proved it. They could get here in DC, they can mobilize, they can buy weapons. They got friends, they got friends in low places. Well, they got low friends in high places.
There you go.
That allows them to get tours of the Capitol. Even for those that are needs of wheelchair abilities. So yeah, they can do it. They definitely can do it. Like, I mean, the dirty thing about it is this. Ayanna Pressley, AOC, and the rest of the squad had their panic button torn out of their offices.
I saw that
before the invasion. That's an inside job.
Yeah, 100%.
That's an inside job all day. So yeah, they're running some old Hail Hydra stuff right now.
Well, yes. Marvel fans unite.
Marvel reference.
Yeah. But to that point though, and that's an interesting point because I was going to pull that story as well. But to that point, like, how come that doesn't render a full stop of everything? How did that just get? I saw that on a small tweet. As a headline, a small tweet. They didn't have their. So for those who don't or unfamiliar with the story, it was revealed today by Ayanna Pressley that all four of them, AOC, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, who's the fourth? Is it Cori Bush? No, Cori Bush not in the squad. I can't remember who the fourth.
My girl that's Muslim, who's dope.
Ilhan,
she be out here writing she be out here writing amazing policies.
Yeah.
My girl from Michigan, and then the other woman who
Minnesota,
who wears the
hijab.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah, so
yeah, she be writing some dope policies.
She's saying Presley is saying that they've been going. Well, one of her staffers. The story came out of one of her staffers. They've been going through drills lately because the squad gets so much flack, right? So she says she was prepared.
Mm-hmm.
She's moving around with the gas mask and the triage kit, And she says she's going for the panic button that's in everybody's office, and the joint was ripped out the wall. Not disabled, not inoperable, not cut off, ripped out the wall. And she said it was like that in all 4 of their offices. She said they felt so uncomfortable in the safe room that they were all, the bunker that they were all in. They felt so uncomfortable because of the, they have realized that the joints have been ripped out the wall, and their Republican counterparts were in the bunker without their mask on, that they left the safe room. How is this not the biggest story of the day, second to the impeachment? The panic button ripped out? This should be full stop on everything. Like everybody needs to be shitting bricks about this detail, this reveal. I don't get it.
It's not a big story, and main reason why it's not a big story, and I'm gonna say this because I actually want to just get in business with a black woman to make this shirt. America does not believe black women until it's too late.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they don't. America just straight up don't believe black women until it's too late. Because if she's revealing to us, hey man, I was in danger. Because I'm gonna tell you this much: if I know it's somebody put a target on my head, and I go to the panic room, and the panic room button is missing,
yeah,
and I'm in a room with a bunch of people I already know that don't like me, well, I'm expecting it's about to go down.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking.
All of these.
I understand them not feeling safe.
No, all of these points are obvious. I'm talking about like right now, hearing that. Like, how is that not leading off 6 o'clock news? Like, it should be a full. They investigating everything. Your panic button was ripped off, and nobody has it. Oh, I don't even. Who said that? Y'all heard that? Like, how the fuck? Man,
because it's gonna be filed underneath. Oh, they just did it themselves. That's what it's gonna be filed in. That's like the same thing about my man that was Michael Phelps' teammate who walked through the White House
with his Olympic jersey on, fam. What are you doing?
Like, he was good. Like, oh man, I'm on a and you already heard his excuse. I got caught up in the moment. Oh man, his excuse is amazing.
Oh, I could believe that.
It was like, well, I got caught up in the moment. Sam, what are you doing down there in the first place?
No,
that's all I need to.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. I mean, the mob, man. No. Mob violence is, man, it's tricky. It's addictive. I could believe that. He got caught up in the moment outside and then walking up the steps. And then there was another moment going through the doors. And then there was another moment in the hallways posing for pictures. And then there was another, he got caught up in all those moments. I can believe that. He's, that white moment.
Oh my God. Somebody put this red carpet out and showed me the secret entrance. And then, I had to lift up the woman in the wheelchair to make sure that she was good. I took a selfie with her. Like, he's got a selfie with her. I wish I could make this. I really wish I could make this up.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Well, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, so that to go back to your point, what you said, do they have the resources for a third party to transpire? It's shown you. We can get to see anytime we want to, and we can get access to weapons.
Yeah.
And you might worry about us getting in, but we got people already in. That's what will help us get in.
Yeah, it's
we good, fam.
This is here. So 3 questions, and we got a short amount of time, but you brought up 3 points in my head that 3 questions I got to ask. The suicides.
Oh, that's an order.
Okay. All right. Just so we're clear.
That's an order, man.
Yeah.
And that's Alka-Seltzer underneath the tongue.
Yeah. Sure. The second thing. So you made a point about the swimmer, right? And he's in there, big, bad, and bold, in his uni. I'm American first. There's gold medals in his uni. And then most of them thought that they could go home, thought that they really could. I really feel like it was a flash mob. I really feel like it was, his picture looked like he was on a field trip. Like, I really feel like
Of course.
And here's the third question. That wasn't really a question, but the third question is what I was thinking about today.
Right.
Insurrection sounds like a violent word, right? Riot, right? These right-wing nuts. There's a question I have not heard asked, and I want to ask you: the overthrow, insurrection, riot. How come they didn't, as much as they talk, how come they didn't roll in there with guns? What would be your opinion on that? I haven't heard that asked.
Because the person that was doing the guided field trip didn't want anyone to get shot. When you as a teacher, right, when you schedule a field trip, you make sure people don't get hurt.
But you got zip ties.
You want to make sure
you got zip ties, which would imply that you're
right.
ready to hold hostages for demands. Why wouldn't they have gone in there with guns?
Absolutely.
This is the gun crowd. This is the gun crowd. I feel like
because when you're on a guided field trip, supplies are provided for you.
Okay.
You don't have to bring your lunch on a guided field trip.
Okay.
Lunch will be provided. You didn't have to bring guns. Guns are going to be provided. That's why I didn't bring any guns.
I just found that odd how it was painted as this super violent occurrence and it was orchestrated by the gun crowd. Essentially, that's the gun crowd, and no guns. And I don't want to hear guns are illegal in DC. And you can't get them on the plane. I ain't talking about none of that, because if it needed to be the overthrow that the picture is being painted as, there would have been guns by that crowd. And I'm trying to figure out
absolutely
why none of them, not even the most reckless among them, no long guns. And I just, they've compared.
They didn't need them.
Yeah, I know, but I need that to be flushed out. I haven't heard that question asked, and these pundits and these talking heads, I need them to go down that rabbit hole, because you comparing yourself to patriots. The Patriots didn't do nothing without the burner. That musket heat, they ain't do nothing without the muskie.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I said, Rahman, gun laws in DC, they're not paying attention to laws. So that's
correct.
That's a surface response. Gun laws in DC. They don't care about that. You saw today, Behart, right, the congresswoman, she's flashing her pistol. So they don't care. I want to know why they were even scuffling in the street, because they're operating with impunity. They feel untouchable. They have the complexion for the protection. I'm just really curious why no one has asked why this overthrow, this violent, because that's the picture that they paint for you. This violent overthrow. No one came in there, not shooting. I'm talking about just having and showing. That's my question.
Well, if you can walk into VI, I'm saying this much, man. There was a club in New Orleans called Ampersand, and Ampersand was grimy as hell. And I used to always sit in the VIP in Ampersand, and I never had to worry about anything happening to me because I was on a guided field trip. My man's had the piece.
Yeah,
I was good.
Yeah,
and if I needed to go grab one, I knew where it was. It was right underneath the champagne bottle. It was right underneath the tin. So I'm saying that for what it's worth, they already knew where the guns were. They just never could. They didn't get to them fast enough because they ran out of direction of what to do. So that's why it turned into all right, the field trip's over, everybody. No, we're not going to really arrest all of you all. Come on, let's go. It's time to go back home. And I'm gonna say this: in the next week or so, all these people that we're going to think that are nuts, that are saying, "Oh, such and such told me to show up and told me what the plan was," and they shaking their heads going, "No, it wasn't me."
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find out more than likely it was them. Mm-hmm. It was you, fam.
It was you, fam.
It was you. You the one that told them they could come on the field trip, and because, like I said, I've had guns pulled out on me on that entrance. Me and my students on a field trip. That's not an easy entrance to walk in. Not at all.
Yeah.
We was up here trying to take pictures, and they pulled out on us. So the fact that, was it 4,000 showed up and was good? Nah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that joke. I mean, man. Look, I say it because won't nobody else. If I held their belief system, and I really didn't give a shit about much, man, that joke looked like they was having fun out that bitch. They was having fun time out that bitch. I mean, goodness.
The Hall of Statues is my favorite room in the Capitol. They was walking through that mug, standing up on statues and stuff. And I hate to say it, bro, my nigga moment showed up. I was like, man, I would love to stand up on a statue next to Rosa Parks. You know, put my arm around her like, yeah, what's up? Maybe we laugh. Nah, they was out here.
Because you got decorum.
They put a Trump.
Yeah.
I have decorum. You know, they put a Trump hat on a Ford, smile with him. They got rid of the picture of somebody flipping off MLK because he has a statue in a hall of statues, but they got rid. Yeah, they got rid of that one quick with them putting a Trump hat on him and giving him the bird. So you know,
I didn't see that. I didn't see. It's like summer camp, man. When you went to camp and they told y'all last to go to bed, and then it's like tonight's the night. It's the last night. We gonna wild out. And went through tearing that bitch up. Like that's what they was. They were having so much fun. I was like, oh.
Them Negroes had senior week in the Capitol.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
they had
senior week
in the Capitol.
Yes.
And knew it was gonna be no punishment.
Nothing.
That's why when they got back to the airport, that's why they didn't understand why I'm on a no-fly list. That's why when that white guy has the most telling phrase of all time. He's in the airport and he says the greatest thing in DCA airport when he get told he's on a no-fly list. Y'all treat me like I'm black.
Oh yeah, I see. Like, well, I don't want you to run with that. That's an old video. That's an old.
No, this is another one.
Not when he said you treat me like I'm black. That's an old clip. They put it with the new footage. It's an old clip though. I had to.
I'm gonna have to look and. See because
I know which one you're talking about. They put it.
Okay.
They put it with the other ones that were from this week, but that's an old clip. It would have been perfect.
No, okay. Now I gotta.
Yeah, it would have been perfect, but I don't want to do. I want to let you leave you out there like that.
I gotta look back at it. No, please don't, because now I gotta look back at it because the old lady works at the airport.
Yeah,
and that's in the newer part. So I'm now I got to spot and find it.
Yeah, somebody spliced that together. But the good one, the real one, he said something, telling as well. The guy that when they put him off and he's crying and yelling and he was like, I can't believe what y'all trying to do to me. And he was like, you're trying to ruin my life. You label me as a terrorist and trying to ruin my life. And he was like so sincere, like he thought he was just gonna go home. And it was like,
bruh, because that's what you do after a field trip. You go home.
They ruined your life. No, you ruined your life, fam.
No, you ruined it, bruh. Because I was supposed to go on this field trip.
Yeah.
I was supposed to kidnap a couple of people, destroy some shit, and I was gonna go back to my house, man.
Yeah.
You mentioned, but I mean, the long and short of it is that I blame Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. So here's my nerd moment, bro. So when after the Civil War, bro, what the South had committed was treason, straight up, and the only punishment for treason is death because they try to separate the country. They're homegrown terrorists. This is all constitutionally bound. Article 4, Section 2, Article 5, Section 6. I can go on for days. I don't want to bore anybody.
Yeah, right.
So the thing is that Lincoln had every right as a sitting president to execute everybody that was a Confederate soldier. He said, "You know what? I'm not going to do this because it's not going to bring us back to the country." However, there are people in the North who's like, "Hey, you got to make an example of somebody up in this." And Abe was like, "Nah, I'm not, because whatever." So here we are in 2021. Somebody got to be made an example of. I don't know if somebody got to sit in the chair. I don't know if somebody's got to go to Guantanamo Bay. I don't know if a representative or senator has to go to Club Fed for a long time. But somebody got to pay, because if not, it'll happen again.
Oh, definitely. And we talked about that on Monday, like the climate allowing for the losers to listen. Just have your flag, and just keep the way you talk, and just be over there, and just made them feel inclusive. And you're right, it's happening again. So no sirs.
Absolutely,
there's no sirs. Gina J says the one with the guy said you calling me a terrorist. That was a great chef's kiss. Mwah. Yeah, that video I've watched it 30 times. He said, "You trying to ruin my career?" Yes, sir. You are. All right, there it is, Mr. Clarkson. We appreciate you. Thanks for jumping in.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I went over time. Roland Martin said that he's not coming back. He ate half your birthday cake.
Oh, so, wow. That's sad to hear.
It happens, bro.
It
happens, man.
When is the next episode of Sober Thoughts?
Sober Thoughts is happening the last week of January. We're going to talk about starting up your first digital online business. We have some people who are doing some great things on Amazon, selling products, and how can you gross. We got somebody that's grossed over $250,000 over the past 2 years.
Nice.
Working through Amazon. So it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, I need to see that. That's kind of what I was saying earlier. I need to watch that. Need to be there. All right, Mr. Clarkson loves history on the social medias. Appreciate you. Our executive producer down the hall in Studio G, that is. All right, y'all. There it is. If no more comments, questions, or concerns, we're going to time out. We're going to time out and reconvene, at the next go round. I appreciate y'all for everybody that made the show what it is. Viewers like you. 765 Let's Go 1 is the number. I believe tomorrow is Rashad Holloway Tax Services is coming back. Talk that tax talk. He was dropping jewels last week. Had him ready. We was about to go in. And then the goddamn unarmed insurrection happened, and we had to cut him short. So I think tomorrow. So bring all your tax questions. Be ready to call in and ask and get to the bottom of your financial situation. And that'll be a good thing. All right. Other than that, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Again, turn the notifications on, hit the like button, and we watching this on TV from here on out. Let's see. Hold on, wait a minute. One more call. Let's go to it. Let's go live. What's good with you? You, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You live on air. What's up? What's good with you?
Yo, what up, man?
Who this?
I was just calling to wish you a happy birthday, man.
Oh, Wayne, what up?
Last year.
What up with you?
I mean, yeah, what up, man? So just calling to just give you many blessings, man, and bless you up. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. How's things?
And I didn't get to see the whole show today, but I knew instantly what y'all was talking about. Orange Man.
Yeah. And I'll catch you up on the last point. As a Second Amendment enthusiast, the question was, I haven't really heard anyone ask why the rioters did not have guns out in the takeover, if it indeed was a takeover. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, my thoughts are, like, if they really were brandishing weapons in the Capitol, they knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that coming on Inauguration Day, they weren't going to be able to, set the things up that they're planning to set up during that time frame. They would really lock everything down. The city you wouldn't even be able to get in and out of D.C. So, they must have been, softening the blow to get ready for what's next.
Well,
that's my humble opinion.
They're making it difficult to get in and out. The mayor is trying to get a whole airport to shut down. She's trying to get DCA.
Yeah, but
yeah,
if they haven't weeded out people in the National Guard, Secret Service, so on and so forth, because to be honest with you, that they're all infiltrated. They're all infiltrated. You don't know who's going to be who's going to be on Overwatch. Which snipers are going to be on Overwatch? Are they going to be Trump supporters? Do you know who's going to be on Overwatch for this inauguration? Can you be sure that this person is a Democrat, or he's on the left, or he's going to take his job seriously, or is he a Trump supporter and he's going to put Biden in the crosshairs? What are you going to do? You get it? I mean, come on. Most of those Metro Police said that when they showed up to the Capitol, they saw their off-duty friends that they knew that were Trump supporters storming the Capitol. So whose side is anybody on in this case? Do you know that all these National Guardsmen are on one side of it and are going to pay attention to orders and be professional with it?
That's a great point.
Know.
That's a great point. Well, I mean, to that point, if it comes down to that, I mean, it's always been like that. We don't have protection anywhere then, if that's the case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the mere fact, I don't know who Trump is waiting on. I don't know if he was waiting on his friends at Blackwater to kind of, up the ante.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But if any man that could have attack helicopters and that many acres of land to, pretty much have military maneuvers down there in North Carolina on, I guess he was relying on him, waiting for him to join the party.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
It is what it is. Let's see, in the next week and a half what's going on here. And hopefully they just literally just impeach his behind and he keeps it moving. And I feel like he should be the first president to be exiled from the country in the history.
I think we would love that. So he got impeached today. I'm like, now what does that mean? Because he's still in office, and they're gonna let him have this week.
Exactly.
They're gonna let him have a week, ride the week out, which is still ass.
But it's the thing that we and I always talk about. Can anyone name something positive about Donald Trump? I mean, he's going to get away with this too. I feel that Donald Trump is the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
From day one, he's gotten away with everything he's done in the history of him personally.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Think about it. You actually took money from your father on the sickbed while he was suffering from dementia. You've raped, sexually abused people. You beat up your first wife. What has he not gotten away with? They're the ones that created the monster. The monster is right there in the White House, and you can't say anything about it. He's gotten away with everything that even other white men cannot get away with.
Yeah. So what do you think?
That's
what do you think is the reason? What is it? I want to hear you say.
I have no idea.
What's your theory?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. The man does not have charisma. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It baffles the mind. I have no idea what it is. But I'll tell you one thing. Don Jr., you better watch it. Because one thing about the history of white men, you know what's going to happen. That firstborn son, got to go.
Wow.
Got to go.
Jeez.
Oh, come on, man. Look at Madoff. Look at JFK. The firstborn, got to go.
Oh. It's biblical. You just went biblical. Wow.
Yeah, Don Jr. better watch his back. It's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
It might be 10 years down the road, but it's coming.
Interesting.
Can't do all that what Donald Trump did the other day. And not look at Mitch McConnell. Now the money is drying up. Now he's changing his mind.
Yeah.
Everything was all good until, Citigroup said, nah.
Yeah.
No, you ain't getting no more of our money.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of I was looking for that story earlier too. A lot of groups, they said like 30 groups, corporate entities are pulling funding because they have like recurring. It's almost like auto pay. They have recurring accounts of large accounts, sums of money that they just feed into Republican candidates. Cycle after cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, but guess who hasn't backed out yet?
Who's that?
All his NFL buddies. Robert Kraft, #1 contributor to the Trump campaign in NFL. Jerry Jones. Huh? None of these people have backed out.
Wow.
Belichick's the only smart person. He wants to keep his job. I got to coach black men. I can't really go through that.
Yeah. He can't accept that medal. He said, send it in the mail. I can't come get it, though.
No, exactly. But Robert Kraft is still doing his thing. Kraft Mafia, Jerry Jones, still sending them checks. So
That's heavy.
It is what it is, man. But like I said, it's pleasant having this conversation with you. Happy birthday. I see the crown on your head. I hope you had a good time. And, you know, keep doing your thing.
Absolutely. I appreciate the call, man. All right, there it is, y'all. That's the show for today. And with a bang, man. I appreciate that call. Let me see. Drop the call. Blah, blah, blah. We got phone lines, y'all. Phone lines. Today I got lines. You know what I'm saying?
Today I got time, cuz.
All right, that's it. That's the show. Tomorrow, we'll see y'all in a minute. Just be safe and enjoy yourself, man. Live a little. All right?
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.